Parenting can be difficult, and having more than one child can make it even harder, sometimes taking parenting far from perfect. Kaye G, yet another family vlogger on TikTok, shared every side of parenting, showing people that raising children is not for the weak, and that it's perfectly normal for parenting to not always go as planned. She was one of the few family vloggers online who is real and unfiltered, openly showing the ups and downs of parenting and dealing with kids. But of course, we wouldn't be making a video if this were just another ordinary family vlogger. As with many family vloggers, certain things sometimes felt unexpectedly sketchy, and the same happened with Kayleigh G. For a while, things seemed normal, and she filled her page with all her vlogs. But one out-of-the-ordinary reel completely changed the definition of her so-called parenting vlogs and showed her real dark side to the world. And it didn't stop there. Hang tight, because things only went downhill from that point, eventually leading to Kayleigh G putting an end to her parenting and family-friendly content on TikTok. It all started when a clip from one of Kayleigh G's friends went viral about CPS, Child Protective Services. And if you're wondering why, the few clips you're about to see will make it clear that not everyone deserves to be a parent. I mean, someone constantly talks about abortion every time she got pregnant, never taking her children on playdates or doing anything even remotely close to that. It says a lot. Just like many other family vloggers, she downplayed the allegations. However, Ekane wasn't about to let that slide.
The internet is, me and Autumn do ass skits on there. If we're doing something that's gonna be monetized, I put it on the internet. I do not, every time I go out of town, I do not gotta post pictures or blog about me going out of town with my motherfucking kids. I don't put my everyday personal life on the internet, but I'm glad that somebody on Facebook posted pictures and she was like, they say that girl never take her kids nowhere, bitch. I was out of town at the motherfucking job and they took pictures of me and my kids at the restaurant. But I don't be taking them no motherfucker. Y'all can literally tell my teeth big in the motherfucker. So my teeth was definitely done. And this me and the kids out of town. I don't have to post every motherfucking thing on the internet. Them kids go out of town all the time.
She casually said on her TikTok, "Yeah guys, CPS totally loves to come over for coffee. We're besties." Kayleigh says she hates hanging out with her kids because she finds it boring. Well, hang in there because there's more to it. At the start, she talked about how taking kids to places like trampoline parks was boring for her. She said that now that her children are older, she preferred to just drop them off instead of staying with them. She admitted she didn't enjoy being around a lot of kids, saying they made her uncomfortable and even worried about getting sick.
Y'all go with y'all motherfucking kids to jump where, bitch, that shit be boring as hell to me. That shit boring. If I can drop them off now that they older, don't I drop y'all off to go do all the time? I just drop them off. How you mad at me because I get bored? I don't want to sit with no kids. All them snot-nosed ass kids running around. All my body don't create white blood cells. All them kids gonna give me sick and shit. I don't want to be up in on none of that shit.
She described how difficult it felt when other children would come up to her. On the outside, she acted polite, but inside, she said it was overwhelming. She mentioned kids running around with runny noses or coughing, and how she struggled to hide her discomfort. It's natural for some people to not like kids. However, having children is a personal choice, and she chose to have them. Refusing to face the consequences of her actions makes no sense, especially since she decided to have more than one child with her baby daddy.
I don't want to go to Incredible Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese, none of that shit. What you talking about? Leave me alone. That shit boring as hell. Like, I don't even see how y'all do. Like, dead ass, I take them in jump where y'all, and it's like a big trampoline, like, building. They just jumping and jumping, kids running back and forth. I don't know, y'all, it really make me uncomfortable. I be uncomfortable. Like, when kids be running up to me, I be nice to them, but it kill me. I swear to God, it be killing me.
She also wondered why some parents allowed their kids to get so close to strangers. In her view, it wasn't safe or respectful. She explained that it made her feel uneasy when children she didn't know would run up to her, especially if they looked sick. She said she didn't understand why parents didn't step in and keep their kids by their side instead of letting them run around and bother other people.
Snot running all down their nose and shit, and then some of them probably be coughing or some shit, and I gotta play it off and be like, oh, cute baby. I really be wanting to be like, bro, can you get your kid? Why do y'all do that, fool? Y'all be seeing y'all kid all up in the fucking face, like, get y'all kid. Like, if the baby, like, ain't nothing wrong with it, I'm talking about, like, baby coughing, nose running, crust around the rim of, this Memphis, that's how them kids be looking. Crust around the rim of the nose and shit, and they all up on me. Nah, I be bored with this shit, I swear.
Well, in all seriousness, she wasn't completely wrong about that, and I think we can all agree on that one. Children can definitely be a pain in the neck sometimes, especially in the kind of situation she just described, and it's completely natural to feel that way. However, that shouldn't be an excuse for her to ignore her own children. When people accused Kaye G of not taking her kids out often, she posted a video to clear things up once again. However, viewers felt it was nothing more than a weak excuse to avoid spending time with her children, and that she was simply cutting corners. Although at first it seemed like she managed to sweep everything under the rug, the mask slowly began to slip with incidents like these that she continued posting on TikTok. Another controversial thing she did with her 11-year-old daughter, Autumn, was letting her get waxed. And remember, she was only 11 at the time. If it had simply been Autumn's personal choice, it might have been more understandable. But many people felt it was inappropriate, not only because of her age, but also because Kayleigh shared the entire situation online for everyone to see. Well, she received a lot of backlash for this. There were also some who defended her, arguing that waxing at an early age isn't necessarily wrong and can depend on personal preference.
It's gonna hurt, but you ain't gonna have to keep worrying about shaving every goddamn couple of days. She might as well go and get used to it now. I don't want her to do the shaving. She gonna have bumps and shit, like,
Kayleigh explained that she allowed it only because she wanted to maintain her daughter's hygiene. She said she didn't want Autumn to deal with razor bumps or hyperpigmentation, and that making this choice didn't make her a bad mom. She also added that calling CPS on her for reasons like this was going too far, insisting that she only had her daughter's best interests at heart.
This is what I don't understand about y'all. Y'all make everything so bad. Now, what makes me a bad mom about allowing my daughter to go in and do something that's gonna help her hygiene? Some of y'all might not agree with it, and some of y'all may agree with it, but it ain't nothing that would make them, CPS come my kids or nothing. It's just waxing. Y'all just do too much. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, when I was younger, not that my shit was like bumpy, but I had like hyperpigmentation around my joint. And I couldn't understand for the life of me, like when I used to be a stripper, I used to see the other girls on stage. You know what? I'm not even gonna tell that story, because somebody gonna clip me and they gonna make that look bad too. Don't even worry about it, y'all. Don't even worry about it.
Well, although her reasons weren't completely valid, she at least explained why she doesn't like taking her kids out or why she genuinely dislikes being around children. However, none of that explained why her own children weren't attending school. Her followers also found that to be deeply concerning.
Nah, the kids ain't at school because they had a mix-up on whether Autumn was gonna be back in the 3rd grade or the 4th grade. So they was like they had to send some paperwork over from the behavior specialist, and then they said Lakeside had to fax over some paperwork or some shit like that. Lakeside definitely be tripping, so. Autumn is 12 years old. No, Autumn is supposed to be in high school.
With her, it's almost impossible to know whether she's being sarcastic or serious. For instance, she said that Autumn is 12 and has to go to high school. She was most likely joking, but it still left many people confused. Well, Kayleigh's story doesn't end with just the way she treats her kids or her being an inattentive parent. A lot of other creators also ended up catching strays, as she often talked badly about everyone. But before we go to that part, let's see more of Kayleigh ranting about her children. But we have to give her credit for her humor. When viewers question her parenting abilities, she often comes up with funny comebacks. To be fair, it's not exactly A-plus parenting, but it does show her sense of humor.
Where my kids at? They're in the basement, cleaning the walls.
She says that her only wish is that she had just stopped at one kid. She wishes she could go back to when she was 16 and have only one child. Although she says she loves all her children equally now, her words say that having just one would have been her preference. Well, perhaps it's a little bit too late for that. She could have been one and done, but instead chose to have 2 more with a problematic husband. And yes, there's a bit of her husband's lore too. We'll get to that eventually.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. If I had one wish right now, it would be to go back and be 17. No. I want to go back and be 16 again. That's when I got pregnant with DJ. I want to go back and be 16. I give it 17. I feel like I should have stopped at DJ. I should have never had no more kids after that. But I'm grateful for my kids and I love them. But I feel like I should have stopped at DJ. And not even just the kids part. If I can go back and rewind some of the shit I did, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it.
Although some viewers agreed with what she said, others found her behavior offensive. They pointed out that this could be why she seems resentful toward her children, lacks an emotional connection with them, and shows little interest in spending quality time with them. Saying this, especially knowing her children have access to social media, could come across as hurtful. However, some people find it completely normal like this. Kayleigh says she isn't attached to her children because of her unresolved mommy issues. It is fairly common for a parent to struggle with bonding if they have unresolved issues of any kind. She explained that her own mother always treated her resentfully, which could be a reason she struggles to treat her children properly. She also mentioned that it's not uncommon for parents to be strict or harsh toward their children within the Black community.
So, it's telling y'all all that, I just think that my mama was like, I don't know, I think she was still going through something, so she wasn't capable to raise kids. I think she was just angry and she was taking out her anger on her kids. I think everything that she went through, because that's what she used to see and tell us as kids that happened to her as a kid. So I think she was angry, or I don't know, like she wanted love. I don't know. She wanted something, but she didn't have the mental capacity to take care of no kids. So yeah.
You might expect that coming from a family with poor parenting would motivate someone to do better as a parent, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case with Kayleigh. She knows firsthand how bad parenting can affect children, yet she has struggled to apply these lessons to her own parenting. This not only shows ignorance, but also a lack of effort to do the right thing as a parent and potentially break the cycle of generational trauma.
I don't do half the stuff that my mama do. Not even half. I don't do none of the stuff that my mama do. At all. So when y'all keep trying to project my mama onto me, that don't make me feel bad neither, because I'm the one that lived that lifestyle and I know exactly what my mama was doing to me. And I know I don't do that to my kids. Y'all call me a bad parent because I ain't the only Black mama that talks to their motherfucking kids. In a Black household, what Black parent don't talk a little to their kids? I'm not the loving, like, oh, would you like a snack? Would you like apple juice? That's not me. I'm not one of them parents.
Although the children grow up in a decent environment in society, viewers have complained that Kayleigh's parenting is a major reason why her children throw fits and get into fights and arguments. Kayleigh says her oldest son DJ is soft and doesn't get into fights at all. He usually spends time with his girlfriend or enjoys quality time with his family on the weekends. Her followers argue that this is why it's important for children to be involved in some extracurricular activities that not only teaches them to behave, but also goes hand in hand with nurturing and discipline.
But other than that, though, y'all, like, I just keep them sheltered from everything. They don't really know. They don't even know what the hood is. They never seen the hood. No, I really shelter them, y'all, too, because I ain't gonna lie, I do kind of observe that Autumn is like, she don't want to be like me, but she kind of following in my footsteps. Like, for instance, y'all be telling me to let them outside. If I let Autumn and DJ in the front yard, 10 minutes later, it's going to be somebody mama knocking on my door telling me my kids and got to fighting with them. I ain't going to lie, my kids are me. So it's like I try to shelter them and, keep them in the house, because if I know my kids start shit and they the problem, I just try to keep them away from everything type shit. But I do get that they need to get out the house sometimes. But I just try to keep down confusion, shelter them from any type of evil, vile human beings, anybody that don't have, good intentions, positive energies. I just try to keep my kids away from this shit. Because Autumn and DJ think life they think it's paradise. And I keep trying to tell them, y'all know kids out here getting, touched on, sex.
She defends her style of parenting, explaining that not taking her children out wouldn't be a valid reason for a court complaint. She says a judge wouldn't care whether she took her kids to the park or for a walk. In her view, the most important things in a child's life are having a roof over their head, proper meals, clothing, education, and academic performance. According to her, no one would technically care if she didn't take her children to water parks. Well, she almost thinks raising children is like managing cattle, doesn't she? I mean, what else would you call this?
How do you handle the hate? How do you handle the hate online about your parenting? Y'all, something that I had to learn. The only time somebody is bothered about something or it hurt them is if it's the truth. I know I take care of my kids. In the eyes of the law, no judge is gonna take my kids away from me if I kept them in the house all day and never took them to water parks. A judge don't give a about that. A judge care about if they have a roof over their head, water, food, a place to stay, they're in school, their academics up to par. They don't give a about no water park. Next question.
Well, after a lot of back and forth, she finally took her children to the water park while she was at the open bar, barely paying any attention to them. She even casually said, "I ain't even watching them." At this point, she was giving her viewers one reason after another to cancel her for good.
Yeah, I'm shocked that at the water park, they have a full open bar. Y'all come on down here and get y'all some liquor and take them kids on the water slides. I ain't even watching them. I didn't see it at the bar. Now, all y'all had to tell me was the damn water park got a damn bar. I would have been to these kids to the damn bar. I mean, I said to the bar. I meant the water park.
She does just about anything to gain attention on TikTok. Yes, that's what it seems like, because why else would she lie about her children's education if not for some internet attention? She claimed that Autumn and DJ were being held back in the same grade due to their scores. She said Autumn would have to repeat 4th grade, and that DJ would have to repeat the year as well. In reality, this was far from the truth.
Same grade, so Autumn will be in the 4th grade again, and DJ gonna repeat the 7th again.
After everyone reacted strongly to her behavior of speaking negatively about her own children, she made an apology video, apologizing directly to them. She also once admitted that she doesn't care whether her children go to school or get held back. She seems to care more about her page blowing up than about her children, which is an insane failing for a parent of not 1, not 2, but 3 kids.
Hey, y'all need to apologize to Autumn and DJ. I'll show y'all DJ report card too. But y'all need to apologize to Autumn and DJ for calling them slow. I thought y'all fucked with Autumn. Why y'all switch up on Autumn? Because she failed. I told y'all y'all wasn't gonna like this new me. Now y'all worried about my kids' education. Certificate because kids that's failing school with bad grades don't have honor roll.
She further clarifies on this situation by making yet another video.
For one, Autumn is in the 5th grade. 2, she's supposed to be in the 6th grade, but the reason she's not in the 6th grade, I'm just gonna tell you now, this is the truth. All of my kids are in their right grade. Winter will not be in her right grade, nor will Autumn be in their right grade because their birthday is after August. There you go. That's any child. If the child birthday start after August, they won't be able to be in their right grade. You got to be 5 by August to start kindergarten. Autumn and Winter birthday is after fucking August. Now that's the truth. If y'all really want to know the truth, they never fail. She's behind because her birthday is after August.
Next up, we got yet another glimpse of her family when Autumn had something to say about a girl being mean to her at school. When Autumn said that a girl had pushed her during her camping trip, like any parent who would at least seem interested in their children's whereabouts, she just bluntly said, "What do you want me to do?" To make it even worse, listen to what Winter has to say about this matter.
Mom, the reason I went to it really badly is because she pushed me on the
You went to it really badly?
Yeah, because this girl pushed me on the Luffy tar.
She put you on the what?
Luffy tar.
What is that?
That's a purple thing, like it's like a cover. Like it's like this.
Come tell the people, hey, when you been gone a long time, they thought you was kidnapped. What you do? You had fun? You went camping?
Yeah, Mama. But I'm so mad at this girl. She pushed me on the Luffy tar, Mama.
So what you want me to do with it? What tell me what it is that you need me to do?
Show her mouth.
Want to go ahead and get that food. Every time you come back, you just do too much on my life.
Well, however you feel about Kayleigh, you're not alone. Her children seem to feel the same way. They explicitly admit that she goes a little too far at times, and a little might even be an understatement. That even made Kayleigh crack up a bit, because everyone on the page knows the truth, including her. Every time they disagreed with her, she would ask them to leave the room to brace for the impact. We can all see it, Kayleigh.
She do too much. Do y'all think I be doing too much sometimes?
Yeah.
Go get out. Just go ahead and go. Go ahead and go. Get out. Just back. Get the on out. Talking about something, yeah. Y'all better not laugh at this shit. Y'all better not laugh at this shit. I am Holly. That girl gonna say something, yeah.
She often told her viewers that people on the internet should stop judging her. She explained that no matter what others thought, her children loved her. In her words, if nobody else in the world understood her, Autumn, Winter, and DJ did. She believed they understood her love language, even though she admitted that she was not the type of mother to show affection through hugs or constant words like, "I love you," when they left for school.
Y'all gotta stop sitting on the internet judging everybody. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
That's okay.
My kids love me, and I think if don't nobody understand me in this world, Autumn, Winter, and DJ, they understand me. They understand my love language. Even though I don't hug them, I might don't, when they walk out the door for school, I might don't be, all right, bye y'all, love y'all. They know I show love in other ways. I'm tell y'all how, and I've never told nobody this.
Without being asked or told, Autumn would often clean up the living room and even fold her mother's clothes. She explained that it took her a few days to notice one time, but Autumn had sorted and folded piles of laundry and even folded clothes in her drawers. Autumn also left her small handwritten notes around the house, sometimes under her pillow, reminding her that she was loved.
Autumn showed me affection by, and I don't ask Autumn to do this, but I don't ask her to do this, and it's not a requirement. Autumn will, like, say for instance, right now I'm gone. I'll come back to the house. Autumn will be in the cleaned up the living room. She did it like a week ago. She cleaned up my whole living room, y'all, vacuumed the floor. I had like all them piles of clothes I be having sitting on the couch. She scrammed through all of the piles of clothes, sorted them out, and I don't even fold my own clothes up. My girl folded my clothes up. Even the ones that was in my drawer, she folded them up. And it took me 3 days to notice. I noticed that she cleaned up, but it took me 3 days to notice she left notes and everything, y'all.
She said that these gestures made her emotional because Autumn did them on her own, and it reassured her that her daughter truly cared for her. Out of all her children, she explained, it was Autumn who expressed affection in this way. DJ, for example, did not leave notes or do small gestures like that. The last note Autumn gave her said that she knew her mother was going through a lot, but wanted to remind her that she loved her.
She do this a lot, though, but I ain't never put it on the internet. She leave notes, like, in my bed. I'm about to cry, y'all, but she be leaving notes in my bed, under my pillow, and she'll be telling me she love me sometimes.
Roll call. Lolcow. Come on, Papa, you know the drill.
And I just be like, okay, this little girl love me for real, but out of all of my kids, out of DJ, well, Winter can't write, of course, but DJ don't do shit like that. But Autumn always write me like little notes. And like the last note Autumn wrote to me, she said, I know you be going through a lot, but I just want to tell you that I love you.
Kayleigh says that love does not always need to be shown in the traditional ways people expect. She felt that although outsiders might think she was too harsh or mean, her children accepted her for who she was and still recognized her love for them. Classic TikToker behavior, chaos one day, heartfelt tears the next. Makes it tough to know what to take seriously.
Glad you could join us, Doc.
So I feel like you don't have to show love to your kids in other ways. I feel like to y'all think I'm mean to them. But my kids just look at it. I think they just look at it as that's my mama, that's her, and, she still love us. I don't feel like they look at it like, oh, she mean, she don't love us. They know I love them.
Here's a series of Kaye G crashing out over various things. And yes, one of them is Kayleigh's baby daddy breaking up with the whole family. For those who don't want to pause, the text read, "You know what? I'ma just block you. I am gone trip peace and blessings. And tell yo kids don't call me no more. None of them. Once I leave, I'm breaking up with the whole family. Bet not catch little DJ taking out the trash, his going right in it. Goodbye, baby." That should have shown you that Kayleigh and her baby daddy have issues, and you wouldn't be wrong because they really do. Their problems eventually spilled out on the internet for everyone to see. What first looked like little disagreements quickly grew into something much more public. At one point, he even went as far as shaming her on a live stream. Imagine thousands of people watching in real time as their relationship cracked right in front of them. Kayleigh explained her situation with her child's father. She said that he often tried to upset her, but his attempts did not work. He even slept with her friends, including one she had known for 12 years, thinking it would hurt her. Instead of being upset, she let it go because she already knew her friend was not a fighter, and she had fought her once in the past. She made it clear that she never claimed this man as her partner. She never called him her man and only admitted that they had been together a couple of times. According to her, he once asked her to be patient while he learned how to be the man she wanted, but she explained that she had no patience for that. She clarified that she had been engaged once and it was not to him. Her engagement was to another man who she described as a non-biological daddy. This man named Clifton stepped up in ways her child's biological father did not. She explained that Clifton provided financial help, fixed things around the house, and always supported her and her daughter. She praised him for being there consistently, even though the child was not biologically his. She shared the story of Clifton's accident where he flipped his truck, suffered serious injuries, and had to use medication to be able to walk. She said that when she was pregnant, she nursed him back to health and remained with him for over 4 years. Because of this history, she trusted him around her daughter and felt comfortable with him taking care of her. She explained that her child had known Clifton since birth, and he often spent hours with her playing or talking on the phone. By contrast, she said her child's biological father, Brandon, was absent and unreliable. She said he never showed consistency, and her daughter often complained about feeling uncomfortable or scared around him. She observed that her daughter's behavior was completely different when she was with Brandon, describing how the little girl avoided playing, dancing, or showing herself because she felt afraid. The mother said she never encouraged her daughter to speak badly about him, but the child would return home with her own stories of how he acted. She also mentioned how Brandon would talk about her behind her back, even though he once asked her not to tell anyone he was her child's father. According to her, he used her name for attention and clout while contributing very little to their child's life. She said that he never even called to thank her for raising their daughter alone while he was in jail. She described times when she had to struggle, be homeless, or sleep in her car, and she never received acknowledgement or support from him. The woman admitted that she briefly gave him another chance because she entertained the idea of raising her child with one of her children's fathers. However, after reflecting on his past actions and realizing that nothing had changed, she decided to cut him off completely. She blocked him on social media and on her phone, emphasizing that when she's done with someone, she is truly done. She stressed that she does not need recognition for doing her part as a mother, but she will not allow lies to be spread on the internet. She said that her daughter's biological father has never shown up for birthdays, never called to say happy birthday, and never truly been present. To her, that made him a deadbeat. She took responsibility for giving him another chance, but she said she quickly realized it was a mistake. In her view, the recognition belongs to Clifton, the man who stepped up without being asked. She credited him for being consistent, supportive, and caring toward a child who was not his own. She wanted people to understand that her frustration was not about wanting her child's biological father back. It was about setting the record straight, because she refused to let anyone believe he had been a good father when he had not. And yes, somehow all her children hate their dad for some reason. Kayleigh spoke about her children's relation with their father, and it's been anything but unproblematic. She said she feels like she has to force the relationship he has with her right now. Maybe online her viewers never figured out the true side of him on the first glance. However, he was never the ideal fatherly figure, and DJ never got along with his father. Well, you'll soon see why.
I forced the relationship that he got with her right now. He's so much of this stand-up ass daddy, bro. need that man to be a daddy to him, and that's why DJ don't with him. I didn't address that 1,000 times. We don't need that man playing dad over here.
Kayleigh admitted that even when her children expressed how they felt, she did not always take their words seriously. She said that she brushed off DJ's feelings in the past, choosing not to listen because she did not believe children always knew best. But she eventually understood why DJ didn't like being around him.
Talking about he don't do nothing with DJ. Don't matter. DJ don't even like him. We're gonna keep it 1,000. My son don't like you. Even when he was coming around, when he left, DJ said it. But me being me, I don't listen to nothing kids say.
She made it clear that she doesn't need a man her children don't like, and she also made it clear that she does not remotely care for him. Kayleigh said that openly dating and moving forward shows he's not tied to him emotionally. She explained that no one deserves to share in her success and fame when they never believed in her and even shamed her for being broke, which he initially did. It's no wonder why the family doesn't get along with him and why he wanted to break away from all of them.
And I'm gonna say this as professionally and calmly as I can. I don't care about that man. Y'all see me on a date with a different every day. Let's use our brains. I don't care about that man. He get passed around and moved on just like the next dude. I started mentioning him loud no to piggyback off of my success. I got 2.9 million followers on my own. When he was calling me broke and he wasn't with me and wasn't doing nothing for my child, I got this out the mud on my own.
She said that while he avoided taking responsibility, another man who wasn't even biologically related to her kids actually stepped up for a while. She said that she was with this other man until one of her kids was about 3.5 years old, and according to her, he would confirm just how often she tried to get the biological father involved. She didn't let it go easily. She allegedly spent countless nights crying and trying to contact and convince him to be a responsible father. But we know he still hasn't stepped up.
You ain't finna get up on no internet and try to piggyback off of my success by saying you Kaye G's daddy and you a good daddy. You're not. I'm not about to let him get on the internet and cap like that. When another man that did not create his responsibility is taking care. Let me just cut all this shit out. We finna call one a non-biological daddy, and he gonna tell y'all out his own mouth. I was in a relationship with Winter non-biological daddy up until when was 3.5. He'll tell y'all how many times I sat up and cried, blew up his brother's inbox, all type of shit trying to get him to see Winter. That man ain't doing nothing but a narcissist and a capper on the internet, bro. I'm sick of that man, real talk.
Once her baby daddy, aka Killa, was involved in a serious accident where he flipped his truck. She said he woke up with the truck half in the water and the other half still on land. Even though she was pregnant at the time, she took care of him, taking care of him until he was back to health, helping him regain his strength, and even assisting him as he relearned how to walk.
He flipped his truck, and he woke up with half his truck like damn near in the water, half still like on the land type shit. And so, yeah, I was the one that nursed him when I was pregnant. I was at his bedside, nursing him back to help him.
She also talked about being in a relationship with him for 4.5 years, breaking up 6 months after their child turned 3. She made it clear she wasn't just leaving her child with anyone. This man had been part of their child's life since day one. She questioned how anyone could think otherwise, pointing out that he had been helping raise their daughter from the very beginning.
Everything. After her 3rd birthday, we broke up 6 months after her 3rd birthday. I was with him for 4.5 years. So I ain't just leaving her around no anybody. This man raised her since she was a baby from the womb. Fuck is you talking about?
There's an instance where Kayleigh made Winter say things about Killa that were not true. He was completely infuriated by this and made a TikTok calling out Kayleigh.
The sound it.
Leaving you when I was first born.
Leaving when she was first?
How would you know?
How would she know that? Because you told her. She like, how would you know that? Because you told her to say that. Obviously, if she was a baby, how the f would she know that unless she heard you say that or you told her to say that? Lame, buck-tooth, Beale Street, horse-looking ass, down south, Pimp Money Mike looking ass. Be for real. Like, you lame as hell. You mad because a nigga not with you or talking to you and doing this bogus ass TikTok shit. Now you want to try to see your daughter out to say some shit. It's the same daughter that cried when she had to go back home with you. It's the same daughter you talking about, so why ain't get her hair done? You do her, so why the f is her hair always nappy and you do her? You got to be so desperate for social media attention and clout But get what? I told you, I ain't playing, I ain't sprung your ass no more, none of that shit. So we gonna get into this shit for real, for real. Kayleigh G, first off, mama, you ain't know who the your baby daddy was. So damn right, I ain't claim your motherfucking baby and shit till I got a DNA test. You had me and two other motherfuckers thinking it was their baby. You had a whole nother nigga there where you had your baby. A so-called police officer who you thought really was your baby father. Once you took a DNA test on him and he came back, then I took a DNA test. I was in jail the whole time Winter was born. What you saying? I was in jail from the time she was born to the time she was down there 2-3 years old. So stop lying to your daughter. Like a motherfucker. I came home that 1 month, I had Winter more than you had Winter. You ain't even throw her a party or do shit for her birthday. Me and my ex-girlfriend took her out for her birthday and splurged on the bottle so much shit. And your old friends can vouch for this shit. My baby mamas and shit can vouch for this shit. Come on, man, you go on social media, shit fly to my left. You was never my... I you 1 or 2 times, you used to my homeboy. I hit you 1 or 2 times you got pregnant. Found out the baby was mine in jail. Took care of the baby from jail. Yeah, even you was on straight, miserable, bitter ass shit. I had my other baby mama pull up with Pampers, milk, diapers, tennis shoes, all that shit. What you say? I don't need no bitch to do just on straight mad, miserable ass, buck too fast. Now you look just like Money Mike off fried at the neck, man. Mustache head, big forehead, long lips, skinny neck, pigeon looking ass. Like, stop playing. And on top of that, hold on, let's go cause facts speak loud in words, hold on.
In a heated video, he explained a serious situation involving his children and their mother. He described an incident where he felt misrepresented on social media. He said the mother allegedly encouraged their child to make statements about him that weren't true, which upset him and prompted him to respond online. He explained a past accident where he flipped his truck and how he was nursed back to health while he was recovering. He emphasized that he had been a consistent presence in his child's life, even while the mother had moved on. He highlighted that he had cared for his child from a young age and had been there for the milestones like birthdays, despite challenges and separation. He also criticized her for allegedly prioritizing social media attention over genuine parenting, mentioning specific instances where he felt his child wasn't being properly cared for or supported. He referenced the time he spent in jail while his child was growing up and how he had contributed to her care from a distance. He addressed tensions around the role of a step-parent and other adults in the child's life, asserting that he had always gone above and beyond to provide for his children, both emotionally and materially. He also mentioned that his child expressed discomfort or unhappiness when returning to the mother's care. Well, this wasn't the only time he slandered her online like this. Let's just say this is only the tip of the iceberg. We've got even worse coming up. Kayleigh and Killa are the typical toxic couple who fight cats and dogs while being together and act quite the opposite while they're away, which makes it difficult to understand them as a couple. Let's look at another instance where he cussed out Kayleigh, and his followers found it absolutely amusing. In fact, they not only found him funny, but also attractive, with some women even thirsting over him in the comments section. He went on to say that her life mainly revolves around TikTok, and that she didn't take proper care of her kids while he was spending his time in jail. Well, maybe he wasn't completely wrong about that one, but he didn't stop there. He went on and on, even body-shaming her.
Kayleigh G, whatever the f you call yourself, you buck-tooth, Steve Harvey, bald head, mustache, dry lip, non-cooking ass. Don't try to get my shit reported. Maggot ass. You get on here lying to my shot my baby mama. Bitch, me and my baby mama got shot the same time. Weirdo, lame ass. It's the same baby mama that was watching Warner for your junk ass when you leaving the strand and abandoned for 2, 3, 4 more days and doing God knows what. Ain't sitting over there with clothes, shoes, and shit. Well, I ain't seen one of decent yet. Like, what? Bitch, tell her be nappy. You keep her hands in the room in a dark like Carrie, the bitch with the superpowers and shit. She gonna flip the motherfucking house in a second. Butt ass, bitch, undressing ass, cheap outfit ass, on hand $15 outfit wearing ass. Be for real, you just mad because you was not finna do this flogging ass, fake ass social media TikTok shit with your bug. I see it off Ice Age looking at it. That's why you really mad. Because all you was just trying to get me come live with you. And I didn't. And you ain't want to bring the kids to me till you throwing up and you sick. Your flogging ass on. You was a prostitute. You sold ass. You was with a nigga all around. I f***ed your garbage ass one time and you thought you was finna break me. You thought you had a trick. And your best friend them told me you don't know who the f*** your baby daddy is. You had 3, 4 claiming your child. I was the second, third motherfucker that took a DNA test in jail. I was in jail door the whole life. You talking about your daughter was at my house calling you every 10 minutes because she didn't want to be there. That's a lie because I cut her iPad off when she was there so you won't have the location to know where the I stay at. That's how I know you a bold-faced ass lie. Mugget ass, maggot ass, mud ass, nasty panties ass, nasty toilet ass. Ho, like, ho, your life revolve around TikTok. Ho, you look like Miss Potato Head on my soul. Thick ass mustache, ugly, funny looking, skinny. You came around trying to me. Let's be honest. You came around trying to me. And a million motherfuckers can vouch for that. Wrong with you, ho. You just mad cause this ain't that. Man, ho, you thought you ain't not finna go live and go viral with you in no relationship. Ho, be for real. I better not burn dirt and burns myself like that. Slut ass, long feet ass, ho. Who ain't hit you? Like, ho, you had pimps in Miami and everything, ho. Like, be for real. Like, what? And you talking about some kid. You don't see none of my baby mama saying shit, cause they already know what's going on and exactly what's going on. Like, everybody's straight. But you get on TikTok and try to bash folks and talk about folks and shit to make yourself look good. Oh, you was a welfare, government assistant, mustache, funky feet, skinny neck, turtle looking ass bitch. That's all you is. You ugly as a on my life. Like, oh, you like a 13-year-old tomboy, chest flat as hell. Oh, you ain't nothing but nipples and lips. That's all you is, nipples and lips. Mustache, oh, for real. And your other baby daddy broke as a fucker, both of them, ho. You been a failure, ho. I'm the only baby daddy. I've been popping 10, 15 years. What you talking about? I've been that nigga. You been trying to get clout off me the while I've been roasting your ugly ass.
He also posts videos about him being around his daughters, taking care of them. However, a lot of his viewers seem to say that it'd also be better if he'd spend time around DJ often. Well, DJ and his father don't seem to get along great given their previous interactions and conversations.
To my daughter, Brenda Davy on the dirt, I promise I always love and protect you and be there with you every step of the way. That's a promise from me to you.
Hey, man. How you eat your rice? How you gonna use one, man? Let me see how you use the chopstick. You ain't gonna get no rice eating like this.
Hell could freeze over, but Kayleigh and Killa taking turns exposing each other would never stop. Next up, we have Kayleigh exposing Killa and his baby mama in a scam that actually got them arrested. And yes, the drama is only getting messier from here. Kayleigh claims that Killa is yet again on to love bombing another woman, just like how he did to her in 2019, and how he also left her after she got pregnant with her baby. Well, after she got to know his true intentions, Kayleigh had no other choice but to leave him for somebody else who'd actually care for her.
Can y'all read that one? There you go. He said he not claiming me. He never claimed me. That's his name, though. FLL_Killa. Y'all talking about he on my ass. He crashing out. Because I gaslit him and love bombed his ass just like he did me in 2019 when he left me with one taste. Oh, man. That man, y'all talking about he on my ass. That man ain't on my ass. He crashing out. Nope, I love bombed him like he did me in 2019 when I got pregnant with my baby. And I'm showing him how he did me. I got my league back. They get back him up. I had him thinking we was finna be this couple. I had him thinking I was gonna be faithful. I was gonna stop my doggish ways. And I did. I kept him out and I moved on to somebody else. Simple. It's just that simple. And they like, show the date. I'm gonna show y'all the date.
Later, Killa sent her screenshots about a woman hitting on him and more texts between Killa and Kayleigh.
They got a date right there. June 13th at 2:07 p.m. Him sending me screenshots allegedly saying as he trying to holler at him. Y'all literally see what I'm sending him. This man ain't over there no crashing out. Y'all talking about a crashing out because they sitting up there checking me. He ain't crashing out. He's not. He ain't on my ass. He crashing out. What y'all talking about? He on your ass. No, he's crashing out, and I'm sitting silently watching it, laughing. Where he read? I know my baby daddy. He act like that when he can't have what he want. That's not a on my ass to y'all. That is because y'all don't know him. That's I'm hurt. I can't do nothing else but talk about her and check her. And I won. I don't care what y'all say. I won. Bro crashing out. He lost his best. He crashing out. He said I'm leaky. But June 8th, that's him, ain't it? That's him, ain't it? Okay. Okay. Anyway, next subject, next topic. Hey, how y'all doing?
She said she never loved him, although she chose to have multiple children with him. Maybe once it was a mistake, however, we all know now that Kayleigh does not seem to get along with Killa anymore.
Why I didn't go to his dentist? Because I didn't scam. He's probably scammed for them teeth. That's all he do is scam with fake credit cards and shit. Hold on, let me show y'all a picture of him in Wet Wet. Yeah. I gotta make it bigger. Bam, I got it for y'all. Make it bigger for y'all. Look at him in Wet Wet. Look at him in Wet Wet. Wet Wet. Oh, he talking about I don't ever take them nowhere to the water park. Well, we know you could never take them to the water park because you're probably banned from every last one. How do y'all scam a water park? Please explain. Ask them to explain that shit. How do you scam at a water park, bro? I'm trying to see that y'all dress up as the people that work at the water park. Did y'all sneak in? Like, please tell him to do a story time on that one and explain it. Explain this shit, big dog. Y'all say that's his favorite mama? His favorite baby mama, that's why that's his favorite baby mama. You're the favorite baby mama because you got a bird brain. She do anything he tell her to do, and she don't know. The only thing you're good at, bitch, your background up just like his, bitch. You a felon just like him. You can't put shit in your I ain't need a CPN house living asshole. Only thing you good at is shutting the up, getting on and having babies and selling them AliExpress ass eyelashes out your car house. Shut up.
She says that everyone accused her of not even taking her children to the water park, while Killa, on the other hand, is a felon, along with his baby mama for being involved in something very sketchy. This pretty much shows that neither of them are exactly A-grade parents, to say the least. She went a step beyond to shame them, and got that picture as her cover photo on Facebook.
This my page, y'all. I got their profile picture as my cover photo.
Well, that was only one part of Kayleigh's expose. Here's another one, and this one is even worse.
It's just being like, I'm pregnant, but I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. I ain't even not gonna lie. I did do something with somebody else. So I'm just gonna say, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna wait till the baby come to get a blood test. And if you decide you don't wanna buy anything for the baby, I respect it. Did he tell y'all that part though? Did he tell y'all that's how I came? Nah, he ain't tell y'all that's how I came. I'm a G for real. That's how I came to him. It wasn't no you the daddy and I just put it on him like he was the daddy. I came to him just like that on that shit.
She started by talking about her pregnancy. She admitted openly and honestly that she had been with someone else around the same time, so she couldn't be 100% sure who the father was yet. She said she wanted to wait until the baby was born to do a blood test and figure it out. She made it clear she wasn't asking anyone to buy things for the baby, and she respected anyone's decision if they chose not to. She emphasized that the father hadn't shared her side of the story publicly, but she was being upfront. She said she came to him as a grown woman, didn't force anything, and handled the situation herself.
That's crazy.
Crickets. I tell y'all everything if y'all ask, I'ma tell it. Since we talking, I'ma tell it. So bam, y'all, this is what I'm getting to. Whole time I was pregnant, right? If I done told you, you know what I'm saying, that I'm pregnant and you know it's a possibility the baby could be yours, leave it at that. I wasn't begging him like, be with me, stay with me, none of that. I wasn't begging him to do none of that.
She explained that during her pregnancy, she didn't beg or pressure the father to be with her. She simply informed him that there was a possibility the baby could be his. Despite that, he went on social media and publicly bashed her. She said this happened back when he was active on Facebook and that the posts went viral. She was not affected by it, though, and continued to see someone else while pregnant. She also went on about Killa, saying he has a pattern of manipulating women and intentionally leaving them to raise children alone. She said he seems to enjoy controlling situations in this way, but she refused to be controlled. She remembered him trying to scare her with a comment while she was out, but she simply laughed and moved on. She made it clear that she's independent and can handle things on her own. She's been supporting herself and her kids without needing anyone else. She's always been in charge of her money and her achievements. She talked about her hustle, her work, and how she was building her career and connections way before social media came into the picture. She talked about how being pushed into tough spots actually fires her up. When she feels backed into a corner, it makes her work even harder. She said she uses challenges as motivation instead of letting them slow her down. She also mentioned that she's planning to keep building her career in music, using her experiences to grow and keep moving forward.
How was y'all feeling for a man that ain't did nothing but cause like hurt in your life and he think that it's funny? That he do to women, he think that shit funny as fuck. Like no cap, he think it's funny. That shit not funny. Like he is like he prey on women. He like to tear them down. And I didn't went. And I done looked at all of his baby mamas, y'all. Them bitches used to be bad before they got with their man.
She said she wants to keep growing her career, maybe have more kids down the line, and make sure she and her kids are taken care of. She made it clear she won't put up with anyone spreading lies about her or her family. She feels confident handling problems, dealing with conflicts, and protecting herself and her kids, all while still going after her personal and career goals.
I definitely wasn't finna have no another kid by my don't take care of my kids. Y'all, I swear to God, that man don't take care of no kids. He don't. He do not take care of no kids. That's why he makes sure he have kids with women that got shit going, because he know he ain't finna take care of them.
Kaye G went live once again, but this time she was on about Azzy. She said people were trying to twist her words, acting like she was threatening somebody, but she swore she was just making a point. People were saying she was talking about somebody unprovoked, but then she flipped it back, like people were talking about Kayleigh unprovoked too. She kept asking, y'all cousins or something? She said somebody asked her a question, so she answered, and that was it. She wasn't about to block anybody because every account they used to watch her is easy cash she can pocket. She even laughed because some of the people talking mess in her comments weren't even her haters like that. They had follow back on their page. Well, the internet is a wild place after all.
I'm making a point because y'all gonna go run and say now she ready to kill the girl. I'm making a point. Y'all talk about I'm speaking on somebody unprovoked. Y'all speaking on me unprovoked. Y'all don't even know her. Y'all cousins or something. They ask me a question, I'm gonna answer whatever they want to say. That ain't nobody but,
Once Kayleigh makes a statement, she doesn't apologize or back down. She clarified that her words were directed at the girl's TikTok shop dresses, not her children. She maintained that she meant what she said, and she made it clear that no apology would ever come up from her side.
I be saying what I said what I said. I made my video and I said what I said initially. And that was that. Once I say what I say, that's that. I'm not finna keep going back and forth with you. I'm not finna speak on her kids. I don't got nothing else to say.
Then she went off on people clowning her for being on government assistance. She said, so what? She's not ashamed. She said she only pointed out the dresses, not the assistants, and people twisted it. She also said some people wanted her to be some pushover, but that's never going to happen.
I ain't say what's wrong with government assistance. Y'all want me to be a peon so bad, like a pushover.
She talked about the calls for her to apologize, but made it clear that it wasn't going to happen. She said the only way that could happen is if somebody physically forced her, but even then she would continue speaking her mind. She shared that she's been through experiences far worse than a mere internet drama, including being assaulted, held against her will, and nearly losing her life, and survived. Because of that, she said online backlash means little to nothing to her, describing it as free promotion.
Y'all gotta realize, y'all sitting on the internet talking to a mother that was raped and held against their will. Like a almost took my life, and I still didn't see that, and I still tried to get out of it. And y'all think I give about the internet talking about me? That's free promo.
In another live, Kayleigh talks about how she got set up by a friend and this happened during the New Year's Eve. She said she had gone out to eat with a friend earlier that day. Later, the friend asked her to ride along to another location to pick up an outfit. The friend was planning to go out for New Year's celebrations. She agreed and followed her to the store. She noted that the friend did not typically shop there, which she found a little unusual, but she went along.
I'm back with the girl that I went out to eat with. This a whole nother day now, a whole nother day that went by. I'm back with the girl that I went out to eat with. We was somewhere in Cordova, and she was like, go park your car and ride with me somewhere. I said, ride with you where? She said she was going to go get an outfit, because she was going out for New Year's, y'all. This happened on New Year's Eve. Sure the fuck did. So she said she was going out for New Year's. She was going to a house party or some shit, I don't know. So bam, we pull up to Mad Rag, y'all. What's funny is, the person that took me to Mad Rag don't even wear Mad Rag shit. Like, all these girls wear is designer. She drive trucks. Not saying that people drive trucks don't work at Mad Rag, but I know she don't shop at Mad Rag. When we was in there, she like she ain't really want to buy, but she was looking around. As I'm in there,
while she was looking at clothes in the store, she noticed someone she knew from high school. She recognized this person immediately. At first, the girl seemed calm, but then she suddenly approached her. She greeted her in a way that seemed aggressive. She noticed the girl's body language was tense, and it seemed like the girl wanted a reaction from her.
I see one motherfucker that I know from high school, and she said my real name. I'm gonna say because y'all know my name. The bitch like, hey, I'm looking through the clothes. Ain't this somebody that's making themselves seen as if they want to fight or something, y'all? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all be running into me like I'm not no bitch. And if you try to treat me like one, I'm really gonna turn up times. I'm really gonna turn up times $1 trillion on your way. So I'm going through the clothes. The first girl walked by me and her cool, we ain't never had no problem. She really just like, she caught in the middle of the shit because she really don't know the bitch she hanging out. Or I'm gonna say the girl for TikTok try to block my live because they just sent me a notification. So I'm gonna say the girl that she cool with, she don't know that this girl like really psychotic. Something wrong with her. So I'm looking through the clothes, y'all. All I heard is, what's up, April? And I look up. The look on her face was like this, y'all. She went exactly like this. What's up, April? Ain't that somebody trying to make themselves seem like, okay, what you want? Like, here I go, what you want type shit? Am I wrong, y'all?
She seemed like she was obsessed with her. She was asking and sending messages to everyone on how to contact Kayleigh. She found it strange that after 7 years of not seeing her, the girl suddenly appeared in the store. She suspected that the meeting might have been set up. However, the girl denied setting her up and insisted that she did not intend for things to get worse.
So bam, I seen her, and I was like, the girl that's obsessed with me. I was like, them be best friends. So I'm looking around, I'm like, this ain't too far. I'm like, where the fuck is she? Next thing I know, here she come with these sour ass clothes on with her daughter. So the one that's obsessed with me didn't say nothing to me. I busted out and was like, what's up? You been looking for me? Here I go. What's up? What you got to say to me? So she was like, I can't remember how the conversation started off. Y'all, the girl was just talking in circles. It's getting obsessed. I'm asking her, like, you keep trying to get in contact with everybody saying that you want to get in contact with me. Here I go, right here in the flesh. What's up? What you got to talk to me about? Y'all, it was so many people in Mad Rag stopped shopping and was looking at us because they thought we was finna squabble. It was 3 girls that said they knew me from our TikTok, y'all, and them little girls looked like they was on go. They was ready to go. Like, they was standing over there telling me, like, we got some shots in the car. Fuck that shit. You don't need to be fine.
Despite the girl's aggressive body language, she remained calm. She said that she was not going to engage in any physical fight of any kind. Kayleigh had no intention of hitting or hurting the girl. Additionally, she also had her daughter with her at the time, which made her extra cautious. While the girl continued to act aggressively and lean toward her, she kept her hand in her purse in a defensive manner, ready if necessary, but fortunately she did not provoke anything. She thought about how much he's grown compared to how that girl's still acting. She mentioned that they had been friends when they were teenagers, around 16 or 17 years old, but that the girl still seemed to be acting like a high school version of herself. She felt that while she had matured and was focused on upgrading her life, the girl had remained the same mindset she had as a teenager. Things got heated because her behavior seemed clingy and immature.
She was like, nah, you not finna ask me no shit like that. I don't even play like that. You got to play like that because, baby, what's going on? I think she thought, I don't know what she thought. I don't know how she thought it was gonna go. I don't know how she thought it was gonna go. I think she thought the girls gonna run up on me, y'all, but I'm telling the story because I want to tell y'all the POV from the obsessed girl point of view. Because this how she act, y'all, and I can't stand females like this because I think females do this to intimidate the other party, to make the other party feel like they own it or something, y'all. This how she walked up on me. She was like, I just been trying to get in contact with you and let you know them bitches that you hanging around, they really don't fuck with you. I fuck with you.
Kayleigh described the girl as trying to intimidate her. She believed the girl was attempting to assert dominance or control the situation by appearing hot-headed. She felt that the girl's attempts to contact her repeatedly were unnecessary and intrusive. Some years ago, there had been other interactions involving mutual acquaintances in a past relationship. She clarified that while the girl had been spreading stories and misinformation at the time, she had no intention of reacting negatively or letting it affect her life. One could imagine how she would have behaved when Kayleigh admits of being more mature and involved less in drama than that girl. Well, I think you know what I mean. Kayleigh usually jumps into drama whenever she's been presented with an opportunity, but this time, the main reason she held back was because she was with her daughter. She wanted to be the bigger person without reacting to something so childish. Instead, she stayed polite, asked why the girl had been contacting her, and listened to what she had to say. Kayleigh found the explanations confusing and inconsistent, but she chose not to respond with anger or aggression. Kayleigh claimed that Azzy was not going to fight. She said Azzy only wanted attention and views online. According to her, she had no real intention of getting into a physical fight. Then she came up with the idea that if people really wanted to see a fight, they should contact Natalie, the creator of the Baddies reality show. She said that Natalie should put both of them on the show so they could fight and actually get paid for it. She emphasized that if money were involved, she would be willing to confront Azzy on camera. But outside of that, she did not believe she would ever act on her words.
She not finna fight, I told y'all that. She just wants y'all to keep viewing her shit for views. She ain't finna get in no field. She ain't finna do shit. Y'all need to call Natalie and tell Natalie put her on Baddies and put me on there too. So I can fuck that bitch up and get paid to fuck that bitch up.
Well, not only that, Kayleigh also accused Azzy of getting her blocked online. She said she was all bark and no bite. She ensured to tell Azzy to check her inbox because she had already messaged her directly. She repeated that Kayleigh kept saying to take it to the DM, but when she did, Azzy simply avoided her.
Y'all finna call that bitch. How are you get me blocked? Talking ass bitch. Now y'all gonna let her know I'm in her inbox. Tell her get in that inbox. And she said take it to the DM. Tell her I'm in her DM. All they have to do is talk. Talk. Tell that bitch get in that field.
Well, all this was going on, from Kayleigh being unsure about who her baby daddy is and beefing with Killa, Azzy, and many more, there's yet another bombshell she dropped, and this one probably was the worst one to contemplate, given her relationship with more than just one man. Yes, she went on to another live, claiming to be HIV positive. She started with people who were spreading rumors about her health. She knew what people were on about her. She explained that she had paperwork to prove her status. She added that before anyone jumped to conclusions, they needed to actually read what the paperwork said. Well, she later showed the document where she tested positive for HIV. She wanted people to see the full story, not just jump to conclusions. By showing the paperwork, she was basically trying to shut down the rumors and clear up any false assumptions about her. Well, this isn't something we didn't see coming, as a matter of fact.
STD, duh. I'm not slow. So, babe, show y'all my paperwork. And before y'all get to talking, it is gonna say I tested positive for HIV, but it's gonna tell y'all why though.
Well, this was her reaction to being pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I did slip up and do something. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared. I think I might be pregnant. Because my nipples been hurting. I be hungry as hell all the time. I don't know, I just got a feeling. I swear to God. And I just pray that I did the feeling this wrong because it's not this nigga, Lord. Please, not this nigga. And y'all, I ain't even not worried or scared if I am pregnant because I never had no, I don't want to say on TikTok or TikTok street, but I ain't never laid on that table and paid that $500. But if I am, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna be in St. Louis so fast. I ain't lying. I ain't no shame to my game. This how I be knowing when my period is. I go to my text message and type the word period in. Because I always tell my friends when I'm on my period. So this what I do. Let me go look. How reckless, baby. I know who my baby dad is. I'm only having sex with one nigga, so how reckless. I don't keep up with it because I swear to God, y'all, me, I'm been, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I be taking Plan Bs periodically, and anybody know when you take Plan Bs, it offsets your period. So my period be changing. One day it be the 5th, one day it be the 15th, one day it be the 20th. Y'all think I be lying. Sometimes I go a month or two without doing something because I just feel like I know when a motherfucker trying to trick me. And I feel like if we did it more than that, I know for sure I would have been. My first name is Killa because I just think it's gonna be a girl. I don't want another girl. We're gonna be good in bed. I already got 3 kids. I can't do no phone. This will ghetto. Let's get over here. Hell no.
To continue with her stories about her sneaky link, there's yet another one with a guy named David, and she spilled it in one of her live videos, and details are just as juicy. She explained that a video people were discussing showed a man getting out of bed and running because she had said someone pulled a gun. When she said that, he quickly got up to respond. She pointed out that this showed he was willing to come when needed. She talked about how people called David ugly, but she disagreed. She said he was not ugly at all, and she defended him against those comments. She added that no one looks perfect all the time, especially when they take off wigs, lashes, or other enhancements. She admitted that she herself does not always look her best when she's at home, so she's not going to lie and call him ugly, and that would be unfair otherwise.
That video was him getting up out the bed and running because I said somebody pulled a gun on me. These niggas just pulled a gun on me. Here I come. And that's what he did. He came. I guess that's what he was in the bed with. But he definitely not ugly. That man ain't ugly. Y'all gotta think about it. How fine y'all be? And then when y'all go home and take them motherfucking wigs and them lashes off, what y'all be looking like? Everybody don't sit around all day looking fine as a motherfucker. I know I don't, because if I take this, ain't nothing off, baby. Yeah. Whoa.
Next up, she talks about another man named Tutu. She said she had run into this man several times when she went out, and he would often appear in the same places, usually around mutual acquaintances, and she would notice him ordering bottles and being present in sections. She explained that it kept showing up whenever she was out, and eventually he approached her. On one occasion, she was with her security guard, but he thought the guard was her boyfriend. Despite this, he boldly said that he would take her from him right in front of her security. She said he was loud, confident, and did not care who was watching. At first, she thought his behavior was over the top, but she admitted that it turned her on because he showed no fear.
Ugly. Ugly. Now, I know ugly. I know ugly. David ain't ugly. Man, this girl said, oh, baby, nah. Ugly as hell. No cap. That's why I ain't worried. That's why the video's still up, because that man ain't ugly. And I know his feelings over there hurt somewhere, because everybody saying that he ugly in the comments, but he ain't ugly. He's not ugly at all. How I come across the Tutu mug? Every time I was going out, he just kept popping up. I don't know he know people that I know. Like, we didn't know each other. He just know people that I know. And, like, if they was in the section or we was around each other and we out and we was popping it, he would just pop up. I would look up and Tutu would just pop up ordering bottles every time. Like, I just kept seeing him. And then one last time he seen me, I had my security with me, but he swore up and down he thought that was my boyfriend, but it was my security. And so, he was jumping all, I don't know if he was drunk, y'all, but he was jumping all up in his face, talking about he'll take me from the right in front of him. And I was like, calm down. I don't give a with them horse ass teeth in his mouth. He was, I don't give a and I kind of liked it. It turned me on because he really didn't give a and he was scared, and it kind of turned me on. So that's what got him in the door with me.
She also noticed that he had his own money and independence. He never asked to borrow her car, never asked to stay at her place, and always had his own motion going on. She respected that he had his own situation and was not dependent on her. That independence, combined with his boldness, was what first got her interested in him. It was evident at this point Kayleigh seemed to have a thing for David, and she seemed to get shy whenever she was talking about him. When her viewers asked about how she met David, she smiled and laughed, but eventually told the story. She said she was out with her cousin and her cousin's cousin who got too drunk to drive. They called someone to help, and that person happened to be related to David. When they were walking the drunk girl to the car, she noticed David sitting in the front seat. She walked around to the passenger's side, opened the door, and sat in his lap. From there, they began talking, laughing, and getting along.
Okay, so y'all wanna know how I met David? I was out chilling with my cousin and her cousin. And my cousin had got drunk to the point she couldn't drive her car, so she called her cousins with David. So they pulled up. And I'm walking my cousin to the car. Like, we got her in the middle, so she basically leaning on us, walking to the car. We walk her out to the car to put her in the back seat. And I seen his ass sitting in the front seat. And I walked around to the passenger door. I opened the door and I sat in his lap. And I was like, damn. And he just started smiling and laughing. And he went from there.
She described David as very clean and well put together. She emphasized that she pays close attention to hygiene. She looks at nails, teeth, gums, and overall cleanliness. She admitted she may be a little obsessive about hygiene, but it matters to her more than looks. She said David stood out because he was very clean, well-groomed, and carried himself in a sharp way. His haircut, jewelry, and clothing all looked precise and polished.
I'm not still in love. It's just funny because I really be throwing down on. That's why I'm smiling. Like, I don't love that man. He was very fine. He had that shit on. He looked real clean. I could see the shellac on his nails. Hair was cut to the motherfucking T, like, sharp. Earrings so much big. They was hanging off his ear like this. You know what I'm saying? Fat ass, blink, that ass watch on. Then they was sitting in this, a nice ass car. Everything just gave my type. It was my type.
She explained that David was the type of man who would attract attention anywhere he went. She said when they were out on dates, people would always look at them, and David himself would comment that everyone was watching. She said he had a natural presence, a light, and a boss mentality. She never denied that he was successful or that he carried himself like a leader. She admitted that at first she was affectionate and acted like a lover girl, but once she felt he was being sneaky or doing things behind her back, she shifted her behavior. She said when someone plays with her, she quickly turns from a loving partner to a cold and tough person. And once that happens, she does not go back. She explained that this change surprised David because he did not expect her to have that side.
No, I like clean niggas. I'm real. I really think I'm kind of OCD. You got to know me to know me. That's what I like. I don't go for looks. I look at hygiene. I can tell your hygiene a mile away. David is a clean. He nasty, but he clean. He's clean. He's very clean. He's real clean. I like clean. I'ma look at your nails. If I can see like dirt under your nails and you ain't my type, I don't want to see a speck of dirt under your nails. I look at stuff like that. I look at the teeth. You can have fucked up teeth, but I'ma look at the color of your teeth and how your gums look. I look at shit like that. He was clean. Everything about him gave clean. Like, hygiene was immaculate. That's what I look at. That's what I like. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, you see a hood nigga, and then you ever looked at a nigga like David, one of them niggas where if he walked in a restaurant like right now, everybody would stop and look at him. Everybody gonna stop and look at him, and they gonna continue to look at him the whole time. Even when me and him used to go on dates and we was sitting at the table, David would even tell me, he used to be like, you so beautiful, why you act like that? You see everybody looking at us, everybody used to look at us. It was all eyes on us everywhere we went. He got a light just like I got a light. He that nigga, I never downplay him. He that for sure. I ain't never downplayed him. I ain't never said he was broke. Nothing. He just ain't ass nigga, but he that for sure though.
She also defended him against claims that he did nothing for her. She said that while she did not depend on him to pay her bills, he had helped her many times. When her car was in the shop, he rented a car for her from his own rental service. He said he had given her money on multiple occasions and supported her when needed. She stressed that she pays her own bills because she lives alone, but if she ever asked David for something, he gave it to her. She clarified that David owns multiple houses and businesses, including a rental car service with sprinters and other vehicles. She said people could look him up online to confirm this, and she felt that people criticizing him were speaking without real knowledge. She said David still has his own house, cars, and businesses, even after they broke up, and she respected that. Moving on to the next one, Kayleigh goes live from her sneaky links place. Yes, she's that extra. And the first thing she did was take a picture of his address, just because she'd have some proof if something goes downhill, and she'd have his address to do whatever she needs to do. She was then going through his pill stash and found out some pills one could take for STDs. Well, little did she know that they also take it for toothaches, but the STD definitely sounds more relevant, given he's her sneaky link.
Now I gotta take a picture, check in the closet in the shoebox for sure. Okay, say that. Now I gotta take a picture of this address, just in case. So when he do some shit, bitch, I got 2 addresses on it. He got some more pills, amoxicillin. Now this amoxicillin is for STD for sure. But I ain't gonna lie, you can take amoxicillin for other shit too, I don't know. But it's the fact it ain't no pills in here. He ain't got nothing in this bitch. Why got all these pills? And then why is these pills, why these here in the thing up under his clothes?
People kept asking if she was at David's. Well, given that David is one for sneaky links too. However, no one's sure which this is, but the lore is getting thicker every minute anyway. She goes through more of his stuff and carefully puts things back the way they were, saying they don't want it to look like anything was touched. At one point, she even admits that at first, she thought she had discovered cocaine, but it turned out not to be. She even went through his mail, his perfume, receipts, and paperwork. Honestly, her being that nosy isn't surprising at all. She dug too far that she found his social security number. But before we get talking about the nasty beef between Kayleigh and Ekane, let's talk about how Kayleigh once got jumped by Finesse 2x girlfriend BBJ and their whole team. Yup, it's one versus several. Does Kayleigh get taken down in this face-off? The first clip being just as dramatic as usual, Kayleigh apparently got stitches from a fight that she got into. The doctors allegedly recommended staples, but she refused and asked for stitches instead. Well, classic Kayleigh, chances are she probably started the fight. But let's see what really went down.
Put some water on your head. Kayleigh! How? How you got to pay me? On that grand, pay me! You got to pay me! Who's talking to this? I hate you!
She now runs us through whatever took place. They started their night at a club called Acapella. It was just Kayleigh and her friend Rachel. At Acapella, they had a good time, describing it as fun and a good vibe. They believed they should have stayed there because nothing went wrong at that location.
What they talking about, bro? Alright, y'all, so before everybody get the asking questions, your girl had to get some stitches. I told them I ain't want staples. I can't take no staples to the head. But I had to get stitches because I got busted in the head. Because they come with me. Or my friend. So, bam, y'all, we went out. We started out at Acapellas. It's just me and my homegirl. It's just 2 of us. I only went out with Rachel. So, me and Rachel went out. We at Acapellas. We having a good time. We should have stayed there because Acapellas was a vibe. It was fun. Cache was cool too. So we leave acapella, y'all. We going across the street to Cache. Shit, we had already came in the motherfucking club without personal trick, bitch. Like we came in popping shit, bitch. We walked up straight to the bar. It was so many niggas at the bar offering me drinks, like bitch walked in dance. We walked in dance. Like all eyes was on us anyway. So bam, I'm telling Rachel, I'm like, let's walk through the club or whatever. Let's walk around, you know what I'm saying? See when the club was. So we didn't even get to walk out far. Bam.
After leaving, Kayleigh went across the street to another club. From the moment they entered, they attracted attention. Many men were at the bar offering drinks, so they decided to walk around and explore, but they did not get far before running into someone named Raisha, aka BBJ. Raisha approached Kayleigh to talk about doing their hair for promotion, and the two began conversing. Well, even up until now, things were going just fine. Fun night and no threat of any form. However, that quickly came to an end.
BBJ, finesse beat. She in the section with, I don't want to say no names because they ain't want to get the time of day on my page because you ain't even get in the field. She in the section with some females or whatever, but BBJ come up to me and tell me, you know, she do her. She come up to me and tell me she been trying to get in contact with me. She want to do my hair for promo, da-da-da-da. We chopping it up because I've been knowing Finesse 2 times girlfriend, Renisha, since she keeps telling everybody my real name. Renisha, her name is Renisha, her name not BBJ. You told everybody my government name, so I'm going to tell everybody your name. Her name is not BBJ, her name is Renisha Bibbs. So, she telling everybody she want to do my motherfucking hair or whatever like that. We kicking it, we vibing, we chilling. You know, I'm drinking, she drinking. True Dexter was in there. Me and True Dexter drinking because True know me, we like this. We drinking, we were vibing. It was a vibe, wasn't it? Bam. She like, we finna go to Motion Water. Follow us to Motion Water. You gonna go to Motion Water? I really wasn't even finna go. Rachel, did she not call me on the phone? You going? Where you go? I left them.
As they were talking, Raisha suggested they all go to another club called Motion Water. At first, Kayleigh hesitated, feeling that they should not go into places like that. Eventually, though, they agreed. From the moment they entered Motion Water, Kayleigh sensed the sudden switch in the environment, and not in a good way. Inside, Rachel was drunk and socializing with people she knew. Meanwhile, Kayleigh ran into someone from high school. They spoke briefly, said hey, and did a little catching up. While sitting in this section, Kayleigh overheard some other women talking in a suspicious way. She mentioned that they were on something, which Kayleigh understood as a possible plan to fight. Feeling uncomfortable, Kayleigh quickly went to Rachel, told her they should head out, and together they walked toward the door. When they reached the outside, more people confronted them. Kayleigh explains that the reason behind the confrontation was not what it first appeared to be. At first, it seemed as though the fight was going to happen because of another woman. However, it later came out that the real reason was jealousy. Some women were upset because their child's father had been seen talking to Rachel inside the club. Kayleigh points out that they'd only just arrived and didn't know the man personally, so yeah, the frustration was taken out on the wrong one.
Brianna Hollins, which is Casino Jizza baby mama, and her cousin Kaya walk up and like, why you leaving? What you mean they trying to fight you about me? I said they was trying to fight me about Nunu because that's what they said, but now everything coming out. Y'all was mad because your baby daddy was in the club talking to my friend. And that's why I got jumped. It's coming out now, so I didn't get jumped because of another female. You was mad because you seen your baby daddy talking to my friend. We just had walked in the club, baby. We don't know him. We don't know if that's your baby daddy. Like, be mad at the man, baby. Not at us. We just got in the club. He walking up talking to us, baby. We gonna talk shit. You gonna talk big on? Because I'm gonna talk big. So, yeah, y'all, we go outside. They asking me why we leaving, y'all. So this is exactly what happened.
Despite all this, a fight broke out. Kayleigh describes being involved in the fight first, throwing in several hits before being pulled off. Then Rachel got involved and also fought. At one point, one of the opposing women pulled out mace. When Kayleigh saw the mace, they began running across the parking lot, not wanting to be sprayed in the face. As they ran, they asked Raisha to return their purse, which contained their car keys, but weirdly, she refused to do so. Eventually, the woman with the mace put it down. Seeing this, Kayleigh ran back and attacked her again, landing several punches. Yep, I guess we all saw that coming. The fight went to the ground, where both struggled for control. Kayleigh explains that they somehow managed to overpower the other woman and get on top, swinging a few times repeatedly. However, at that point, multiple people jumped in, and both Kayleigh and Rachel were attacked by several individuals at once. Even though she didn't have the numbers on her side, Kayleigh insists that they and Rachel held their own and fought back strongly. She emphasized that there are videos of the incident, which they plan to upload to Facebook and Instagram so that others can see what really happened and compare the story with the footage. Well, although we couldn't find the exact clip, if you're wondering how Kayleigh fights, here's a short clip to give you a look at her so-called finesse skills. Now let's begin talking about a message Ekane has for Kayleigh. Ekane begins by addressing a situation involving other people online. She explains that there's not much to say regarding her children. She emphasizes that her children's lives are private and certainly not up for discussion or speculation. She points out that some people make content or comments about other people's children for attention, but she does not agree with that. She insists that her children are doing well and will grow up to be successful, saying that they'll become doctors and college graduates. She criticizes the idea of using children's failures or struggles as clickbait, saying it's unnecessary and inappropriate. Well, I guess we all know what she meant by that. If you don't get the reference, you can find the relevant incident if you scroll back a bit.
It ain't too much you can say about my situation when it comes to my kids. I hate to break it to you, it ain't too much you can say. What? The same old shit, the same? It ain't hitting. It ain't hitting no more, so find something else. But Kaye G, we not beefing. I didn't speak on you. I said one little comment, and that was it. I don't speak on bitches who just living their life. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't speak on just living their life. It ain't no point to. All I read was a comment, and that was it. If you feel a way about you can't read a comment about you need to get off the internet. You get what I'm saying? My kid's been talking since 18 months. Stop it. I know, I seen the clip you said your kids fell for clickbait. If you have to use your kids failing as clickbait, then that's you. I'm not, if anything, what I'm saying about my kids is they're going to be doctors. They're going to be college graduates. I'm not saying my kids fail for clickbait. For what? Make a clip saying your kid's going to be the smartest mother in the world. How about that one? Make a clip saying your kid's going to do everything that you couldn't do because you that bitch. Make a clip saying that. Don't make a clip saying your kids failed just to get clickbait. For what? For what?
She also addressed Kaye G directly. She clarifies that there is no conflict between them. She states that she's only made one comment and has not spoken negatively about her otherwise. She reminds Kayleigh that she follows her and knows what's going on online. She suggested she stop getting involved in minor online conflicts and to focus on her own life. Ekane's probably not wrong about this one, given that most of Kayleigh's conflicts usually come from overreacting to things that are nearly insignificant.
Get off the internet. I get it, you used to me. My comments used to be spam. Link with Kaye G. Kaye G said she want to link with. I looked at your page, I said you funny, but I don't do the linking. You funny, but I don't do the linking. Oh, you watch me all the time, you should know what the it is, so why you ain't get on here and why you ain't do your homework, queen? So anywho, me and Kaye G not beefing. I refuse to beef with anybody that ain't speak on me and ain't said, she said I was a bald eagle, I called her an ostrich. That's it. We ain't going back and forth. But Kaye G, quit getting on here, Kaye G, talking about
Ekane continues to talk about her own priorities. She explains that she's focused on her studies, noting that it's the last week of school and she's trying to finish her degree. She suggests that everyone should stop engaging in online drama and instead support each other. She repeats there's no need for any personal conflict or beef, and that they should unite and focus on positive goals. She wasn't wrong about anything, but she did call out Kayleigh in the video. She mentioned her by name, talked about what she does with her kids for content, and more. Basically, she gave Kayleigh yet another reason to start an online feud. Honestly, this isn't surprising at all. We'd only be shocked if it didn't happen. And yes, there's more to it. Ekane snapped at Kayleigh because of how hot-headed she got after her previous video. And honestly, no one was looking for an argument except Kayleigh, so this is how Ekane responded. Kayleigh allegedly called Ekane a bald eagle. Despite all the rage bait, Ekane chose to stay out of the argument.
Hey sisters, Kaye G said don't speak on her. I seen it. She called me a bald eagle. I didn't even say anything. All I said was what she said. I didn't even speak on anything. If I'm a bald eagle, would that make her an ostrich? I guess so. But me, I'm not gonna go back and forth with that girl. What did I literally even say, first of all? Secondly, I'm trying to get a degree, okay? Like, I'm going through a fucking, okay? I'm trying to get a degree. Hit me up with the TikTok BS after I figure this shit out. How about that? Let me figure out how to...
Replying to her hate comments seems to be Kayleigh's full-time job. Because look at this. She made a video rackyarring at her mom for making comments about her. Well, some might call it self-defense, and otherwise are just here for the tea. Either way, we are getting entertained for sure.
Oh, another thing. I seen the girl from St. Louis with the up teeth, and the mama that got the up teeth with the gap made a video about me. I don't have nothing to say to you, baby. Blocked. Blocked. As soon as I heard her say something.
Next up, we got beef between Mama Butler and Kayleigh. Mama Butler also points out the very same thing about Kayleigh using her children for content, and that children's private lives should be respected and maintained that way. She says Kayleigh is just trying to stay relevant and using her kids for clout. Meanwhile, she's out here keeping herself together, her look, her home, showing she actually handles her own life while she barely takes her children's lives into consideration.
Them kids up over there, on guard you are. You sitting over there with a stripper pole in your house, cause she ain't got going on, she ain't relevant. The so dumb that she don't even know that her kids is the mother T.I., but she wanna do whole with it. Let go, Kayleigh. Let go. Let go. Honey, who you? Nobody. Not who? Nobody. But your ass over there on IG watching me because I keep my what? My hair done. I keep my hair laid, nail pressed, and I keep a shed. Double B. Who? I've been on my the fuck.
Mama Butler then talks about Kayleigh's behavior. She accuses her of being negligent and of inflicting negative patterns learned from their own upbringing. She points out that the children's struggles or behavior are influenced by the parents' treatment of them, particularly in how they belittle or undermine their children's confidence. She stresses the importance of being a real mother and putting the children's needs first rather than seeking social media attention.
Show your whole house. I could walk around in my whole house and show you mine. What's up? Who? Our 5-bedroom. What you need to be doing is putting them chapping some educational program. You get mad because your dumb ass came over here and said your chap's behind. Oh, they behind because of their f***ing mama. That's why they behind. You raggedy, nasty ass that running around here telling people that you positive with a deadly disease. Come on now, we ain't the same. You run around here, I know that is out of this world, and I'm gonna talk about it. You sit up here and give stories of how about you go lay with and don't rap. No, we ain't the same. Everything contagious over there. At your from the top of your head, your regular ass mouth, and your walk-through ass. Stop playing with me.
She also calls Kayleigh out for posting personal stuff or spreading lies just to get views. She's clearly frustrated with people chasing clout through drama instead of taking care of their own kids.
She said she get mad, she put out the on the internet, and then get mad when somebody talk about it. The fucking baddie reject. No. Baddie reject. Use the fake, phony ass, dysfunctional ass mother. I feel for them kids. Everything your mother did to you, you doing it in the new day age form to your child. Look how you belittle that boy. I raised 4 me. That boy act like that because of how you do him. He ain't able to express how to be a man because you belittle his manhood.
Obviously, Kayleigh saw her chance and clapped back at Mama Butler in that video she posted about her. For starters, she snaps back on her as Mama Butler body-shamed her, and Kayleigh went eye for an eye. Kayleigh explains that while she expects people online to criticize or talk about her, it feels different when other content creators who should be on the same team throw shade. She's frustrated with someone she calls Big Butler who made a video about her kids and twisted what she actually said. She points out that they weren't really understanding her. They were just picking out bits of her videos instead of looking at the full picture.
Let me tell y'all why I'm into it with her, y'all. This is my logic of thinking. I expect the internet to talk about me. I do. I expect y'all to talk about that. I sit on here and I tell my own business. I don't be mad at y'all for talking. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling it to y'all. That's like being biased as hell. Why I'm mad at y'all? Because y'all talking about me. However, what I will say is I do feel some type of way when other content creators have an opinion about me. Because I feel like as content creators, it's supposed to be us against the internet. So that's why I said something to Ekane. That's why Big Butler gonna get said something too. And whoever else got a big platform and a big following, I'ma say something to y'all too. Because how many times Ekane got up on here, embarrassed herself, did stupid ass shit, I never had a comment on it. Never said nothing about nobody with a big, you know what I'm saying, a big platform. Because I feel like us content creators have to stick together. It's us against the internet.
She says she values content creators sticking together instead of dragging each other online. But when someone with a big platform twists her words, she feels it's fair to respond. She also calls herself blessed and highly favored, and makes it clear her focus is on the truth and her family, not petty drama. Well, look who's on about petty drama. This is more about Kayleigh and Grit Baby, and it shows why you really shouldn't take her words too seriously.
Y'all act like y'all so concerned about if the kids well taken care of. When y'all make jokes and talk about them, y'all damn self, y'all is bullies on this internet, bro. I done seen several times where y'all checking and making fun of that lady kids, and I don't see shit be funny about this shit. Now y'all act like y'all so concerned about if she taking care of them or not. When she first went viral, y'all was the same motherfuckers that was talking about her kids and making jokes about them. Y'all just need to shut the fuck up, like for real. I don't be finding nothing funny about this shit. I really don't. I don't.
Although Kaye G started off as an ordinary family vlogger, the mask eventually began to slip. She overshares her personal life, from family dynamics to relationships, and doesn't shy away from exposing conflicts with other influencers or content creators. She uses her children for clout and starts arguments with anyone on the internet who even remotely shares an opinion about her. It seems like she almost always forgets that criticism and controversy come hand in hand when someone posts videos on social media. Considering how she consistently provides ready-made content for people to talk about, it's not clear what else she expects from this. Well, if you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. What do you think about Kayleigh? Is this a real personality or just another tactic she uses to get views by putting on an insane internet personality? Let us know in the comments.